On June 28, 1914, Archduke Franz Ferdinand, the heir to the Austro-Hungarian throne, arrived in the city of Sarajevo. The visit carried known risks. Extremists seeking independence had already thrown a bomb at his motorcade that morning. The attack failed, and the Archduke decided to continue his public schedule. Later that morning, a simple navigational error altered the motorcade's route. The driver took a wrong turn and slowed down to reverse the car. By pure coincidence, standing just feet away from the stalled vehicle was 19-year-old Gavrilo Princip, one of the assassins from earlier in the day. Without hesitation, Princip stepped forward and fired 2 shots from his pistol. Within minutes, the royal couple was dead. This local event bypassed every diplomatic safeguard, creating a pivot that would eventually draw in the most powerful nations on Earth. Before those shots were fired, Europe appeared stable. Factories churned out modern technologies, and massive railway networks like this one connected towering, bustling cities. The public was gripped by a naive optimism. When conflict finally broke out, millions of young men left their homes, believing they would return by Christmas. That optimism met with a 4-year nightmare, resulting in 16 million deaths and the collapse of 3 major European empires. So how did a regional dispute over a single assassination ignite a powder keg that consumed the entire globe? The answer lies in the deep structural fractures hidden just beneath Europe's polished surface. France still carried the humiliation of losing territory to Germany decades earlier, while a newly unified Germany was rapidly industrializing, eager to claim its spot as a leading world power. Meanwhile, Britain was determined to maintain its dominance over the seas, and Russia sat to expand its influence by acting as the protector of Slavic nations in Eastern Europe. Surrounding them were decaying powers. Austria-Hungary struggled to control the restless ethnic groups within its borders, and the Ottoman Empire was steadily losing its grip on its territories. Every major nation looked at its neighbors with a paranoid existential fear that someone else was growing too strong. To protect themselves, leaders built rigid military alliances. Europe divided into 2 camps, the Triple Alliance in the center, encircled by the Triple Entente. Backed by the Industrial Revolution, these nations initiated a massive arms race. Factories worked day and night, mass-producing rifles, machine guns, and millions of artillery shells. At sea, Britain and Germany fiercely competed to construct dreadnoughts, massive, heavily armored battleships that dwarfed any naval vessel built before them. Military commanders operated on a flawed logic. They assumed that building colossal armies and locking themselves into strict alliances would deter anyone from ever starting a fight. By tying their fates together, they built a continental trap. If one country was attacked, the treaties guaranteed that its allies would be dragged into the conflict. That trap snapped shut in Sarajevo. Immediately following the assassination, Austria-Hungary placed the blame on Serbia. Seeking backing, they turned to Germany. Kaiser Wilhelm II offered a blank check, a promise of unconditional military support, regardless of the consequences. Emboldened, Austria-Hungary delivered a harsh ultimatum to Serbia. When Serbia rejected specific terms that violated its sovereignty, the final diplomatic channels closed. Austria-Hungary declared war. Recognizing their shared Slavic roots, Russia immediately began mobilizing its massive army to defend Serbia. Viewing this mobilization as a direct threat, Germany declared war on Russia, and days later declared war on France. The system of deterrence failed, acting as a giant trap that Princip's actions had now unwittingly sprung shut. To defeat the French, Germany activated the Schlieffen Plan, marching its troops through neutral Belgium, which forced Britain to declare war. In the capitals of Europe, citizens filled the streets in celebration, cheering for their departing troops with zero comprehension of the coming slaughter. Millions of young soldiers marched toward the battlefields in perfectly ordered formations, carrying the blind confidence of a bygone era. They moved out from idyllic countrysides and open fields, leaving the natural world behind as they approached the front lines. Waiting for them were industrial advancements like poison gas and heavy machine guns, technologies that made traditional battlefield tactics suicidal. As these millions marched, they were walking away from the old world and into a muddy industrial graveyard.